What's going on, guys? So this isn't any old simple guide video. This guide video will make you one of, if not the best blaster players to ever exist in Brawlhalla. I hope you all will enjoy, and let's get right into it. Alright, so let's start off with your approach options. So for blasters, you want to use moves that basically just not inline. Alright, because if you approach with Dlight and you miss, you're gonna get punished because you can't move. You're basically just stuck in place. So you want to use moves like Sidelight. I use a lot of Sidelight. I use it like this. So dash, Sidelight. You can get a lot of momentum from that, and it just looks better, to be real. But it depends where you're at, because you can throw out Sidelight, standing still. If they're far away, you dash at them. Another good option is Sair. So you can either just jump Sair, but this is probably the best Sair you can go for. And then that can lead into like Inlight, which you can hit true, which I'll cover later. Dlight, Sidelight, and all of those. Alright, so your only good approach options, like I said, are going to be Sidelight and Sair. You don't ever want to use Downlight because Downlight is a very inconsistent move, and as you can see, it takes a second for it to hit them, and they have time to react. You use that as a punish tool. Alright, let's continue on to neutral. Okay, next is blaster neutral. So blaster neutral it's quite simple actually. So you want to use moves that don't move you. So let's use Dair as an example. Jump Dair. You're staying in like a singular, let's imagine Kai is a cube. You're staying in a singular area because that's what neutral is. Neutral is a fight for center stage, and whoever has center stage has stage control. That's what neutral is. And you want to use moves that don't move you because if, you miss that move, you're going to get punished. So that, like I said, the neutral moves are Dair, Sidelight, Nair, and Sair. Obviously you would use Nair if they're like above you. You can't hit it grounded. That's kind of what blaster neutral is again, like I said, you don't want to be moving. So like how I said Sair, you can do Sair like this, but you don't really want to do Sair like that because you're giving away your stage control. You want to keep your stage control, so you do something like, you know what I'm saying, like you bait them, dash at them, jump Sairs, mix it up with Dair. X pivot Dair is a good one, which I'll go over how to X pivot later in the video. And yeah, that is your blaster neutral. Super simple, super easy, not too bad. Again, let's move on. Next up, true combos. So we have Downlight, Downlight, Sidelight. We have Downlight, Dair. We have Sidelight, Dlight. Oh, if I can hit it true. There we go. You got GC Dlight, Nair. Oh, I messed it up. Okay. We have GC Dlight, Recovery. And then Downlight, Sair. And then lastly, we have, I have to lower the health for this one. Pro tip, if you're on, this map, Small Brawlhaven, and you hit Recovery while your opponent is red, it will kill each time. But our last true combo is going to be Downlight, Recovery. So I actually missed a true combo. My bad. So our next true combo is going to be Downlight, Sair. You can only hit that when your opponent is low health. Alright, now let's move into the dodge reads. Alright, so for our dodge reads, let's start off with Spot Dodge off of Dair. Oops. We need another Dair. After Sair, can wait a second and do a Sidelight. There is Chase Dodge up Dair. You can also reverse that. Off of Neutralite, Jump Dair. You can do this. That would be jump, chase, dodge, X pivot, nair. There is... You can reverse the Dair. Off of Dlight, there is reverse Dair. There is... Wait a second, Dair. There is face forward Dair. Jump Dair. Oops. And then if you want, you can walk forward a little bit and turn around. That covers about all the spot dodges for grounded attacks. Off of Nair, you can like just recovery. Here, let me show you. You can also Nair again if you want to. And lead something into that, which actually kills. And that covers basically it for your spot dodges. Okay, next, if your opponent dodges up, this is what you would go for. So for Dair, just jump Dair again. Dlight, jump Dair. You can do Dlight, walk forward Nair. This is one that I go for a lot. It's safe. Dair, jump Dair. Jump Dair. Off of Inlight, you can jump up and Nair. I think honestly that's about it for dodging up. I mean, you could do something like that, jump up and turn around. That's the cool thing about blasters is with spot dodges or like the ones where you jump up and Dair, oftentimes you can actually turn around and do the Dair, just in case you're on like the edge of the map over here and you want them to be on the map so you can hit more things off of it. Yeah. Next up, let's do it if your opponent dodges away. So I actually really like this dodge for Dlight if they dodge away. I like to jump forward and Dair. You know, dash forward and Dair. You can actually also chase dodge and do Dair. Now I'm misinputting again. There you go. I really like that one. I actually learned that one recently. You have off of Dair, Dlight. You can do neutral light. You can do downlight. And then off of like Nair, let's make our bot dodge here. I mean, not dodge, but jump. Oh, just another Nair. Or you can do Dlight, which leads into a lot of that. Yeah, that covers it for your dodge away reads. And then for a bot who likes to dodge down, which you should never dodge down on blasters. If you don't play blasters and you're just watching this video, helping you out now, do not dodge down on blasters. Okay, so for Dlight. I spam this. I'll just do this to people. Just spam. Okay, off of Dair, you can do another Dair. Off of Dair, you can also do a downlight. You can do a neutral light. You can basically do every grounded attack off of Dair. Okay? And then off of Dair, which if you ever dodge down on Dair, I don't know why you would. So we're not going to cover that. But there actually is a combo that we can cover, which is going to be downlight Dair. Like that. You chase dodge forward at the end of that. And so if your opponent dodges down, it'll catch. And it also works for like this. Perfect. If you throw out Inlight and you hit Inlight, you just do that again. Or you can do Dlight. Yeah, that covers everything for your dodge down. And then if they dodge in, which I pray that they never do, but most of the time they will dodge in. You have Dlight, jump Dair. You have Dlight, jump recovery. Off of neutral light, you have jump Dair. You can chase dodge up in Dair. And then off of Dair, jump Dair. Dair, downlight. Dair. You have Dair, jump. Oh, misinputted that. You have jump Dair. I think that about covers it for all the dodge in reads. And then if you want to do like upright and stuff like that, you just dash forward and Nair. You can dash forward in recovery. You know, if you hit a Dair, it's kind of like you would Dair there. Opponents don't really do that too much, so you don't really need to worry about it. I think that's about it. Same for if they dodge like up and left. You just jump Nair or jump recovery. You could even jump, do that. One that I do see a lot is if people dodge like down and away, or down and in, my bad. It's the same thing as when they dodge in. It's the same reads. So if they dodge down and in, you go for the dodge in reads. And then if they dodge down and away, you go for the dodge away reads. And that covers it for all of your dodges. So let's move on. All right. All right. So Blasters has 3 main kill options. Number 1, a signature. Number 2, downlight recovery. And number 3, Sair. You can actually also hit downlight Sair now that I remember. So I guess there's 4. But that's about it for the kill options. Let's move on. And now for your favorite part of the video, the get off me options. So Blasters is a spacey weapon. It's a chip damage spacey weapon based on reactions. You know, you can go for reads and stuff, but you really want to react with Blasters. And you have 2 get off me options. As a Blasters player, I hate it when people get close to me. You don't want people close to you. And your 2 get off me options are Dair and Downlight. Downlight hits kind of stack. They nerfed it recently, so right there. And those are your get off me options, because bro, let me tell you guys, whenever I have someone on me and I'm Blasters, you know what the number 1 thing I do is? Run. That is your option. You run. Get out of there. That is your 3rd get off me option, is to run. Alright? Run like your life depends on it, because it does. Alright, let's move on. Alright, let's get into these three main things that a lot of Blasters players actually don't know how to do. 1, X pivoting. 2, how to actually hit downlight recovery. And 3, how to actually hit downlight Dair. So let's start off with X pivoting. So for X pivoting, a good way that I have my students practice, the people that I coach, is to jump forward and turn around like this. Okay, because it gets your hand, if you use controller, whatever you use on controller, whether it's the analog or the whatever the other thing's called, because I don't use it and it's trash. Okay, is to just turn it around, and then you'll start dashing and doing it, turning around, right? And then you'll add in the Nair. And then when you add it all together in one go, you get this. That's how you X pivot. And then 4, downlight recovery. So a lot of you, I bet, try to do this. When you try to dash forward to dash jump, it chase dodges you. So what you have to do is hold down and then click dash. When you hold down and click dash, it'll actually dash forward for you. And then when you do that and then you click your jump, it dash jumps. So what you would do is downlight, hold down, dash, add in your jump, and then add recovery. Oops. Boom. Same thing goes for Dair. The Dlight Dair is you Dlight, hold down, dash jump, then Dair. Oops. I actually can't hit it true. What the heck? Okay, there we go. But that's how you do that. Alright, let's get into our character-specific combos. Alright, so some important tips and tricks that I feel the need to share is, number 1, whenever someone is above you and they're playing floaty and you have blasters, please nair them. I see so many blaster players who just don't nair people when they float above their head. Just nair. This weapon is goated. Number 2 is, in the air, you can hit GC Dlight recovery true. So in a combo like this, you want to use, like I'm telling you right now, when you're in like white health and you can hit this consistently, you always want to do GC Dlight recovery. It's just the fastest way to build up damage. It's faster than Nair, or not faster, my bad. It does more damage than Nair, more damage than Sair, and you can place yourself whenever you set it up down here below them to just Nair spam them and juggle them. And last but not least, number 3. Blaster Nair off stage is broken. This will beat about everything except Spear Dair. Spear Dair will absolutely destroy your day and you won't be a happy gamer. But yeah, let's move on. Alright, let's get into matchups. So this might take a little bit, so sit back, grab some popcorn, relax, and enjoy. So first off, let's get into Lance. Lance, you have to try and stay grounded and use your range because grounded is like impossible for them to approach. Blaster Jump Sair will beat Lance Sair most of the time. Blaster Sair is actually one of the few weapons that can beat Lance Sair in the air. One more thing to watch out for is if they are landing with Sair, because Blaster's Inlight doesn't have enough range to beat it. So if you were trying to beat the Sair on the ground, you have to use Sidelight. Dair in neutral is also bad in this matchup because they're going to be like jump Sairing a lot anyway, and Lance Nair can always punish a whiff. So, Cannon. Cannon, you mostly just have to watch out for Dair. You can't beat it with Inlight, Sidelight, or Jump Sair, so don't try to do it. Like, just don't go for it. Just punish it. That's all you really got to do. You got to punish Cannon instead of like approaching. Blaster's Inlight does beat Grounded Sarah though. Other than that, the matchup is pretty easy. You just have to use Inlight more because they are coming off the ground and my bad, Sidelight and Dlight. So Blasters can't use Dlight that much. Sidelight beats everything in this matchup besides falling Dair from cannon. Alright, next up, Katars. Katars is a difficult matchup to play against, but Blasters can win if you play them correctly. Grounded is easy, because, you know, every move on Blasters wins versus every grounded move on Katars. Katars Sidelight, Neutralight, Dlight. If they are landing with attacks, Inlight will always win if you aren't stacked. Unfortunately, there is no infinite stages in Brawlhalla, so the only way to lose is if they read you when you cross out, or if you dodge dumb. So watch out for your dodges. Don't dodge dumb. You just gotta watch out for Katars using their dodge to break neutral. A lot of Katar players will use their dodge to pressure you. Just punish it grounded, but in the air they can nair before you can punish, so just catch their landing. Next up, Bow. Bow is a pretty simple matchup, alright? All you gotta do is play ranged and be ready for Dlight, because more than likely, 99.9% of the time, if you're ranged with a Bow player, they are going to Dlight. It's reactable and obvious, so get good if you're getting hit by it. Trust your reactions. Next up is Axe. Axe is a difficult matchup for Blasters. Never use Inlight, to be honest, unless you want to get hit by Sidelight Nair, like, repeatedly. Because if you don't know already, which I've covered it already, Blaster Inlight will have you sit there for like an hour. And so there's plenty of time for people to punish you. Sidlight's good. Jump Sarah and Jump Dair are usually not a good option because they're almost always going to be ready to Dlight you. Axe, like I was saying, is one of the few weapons that can punish almost all of Blaster's whiffs, so you really need to just not mash. Take your time. Throw out moves that you know are going to hit, not moves that you think are going to hit. And if they keep trying to land with Dair, then Blaster's Nair could be super good, because Blaster's Nair is broken and beats out like everything besides Spear Dair. It causes them to play too low to the stage where Dair is not as useful in Axe. So you're basically going to be making your opponent with Axe like adjust to your Nair, and then eventually they're going to be playing so close to stage with their Dair, it's not going to become as useful and easier for you to punish. Next up, Gauntlets. Gauntlets are also a good matchup for Blasters. Gauntlets are like the same as Katars, except they don't have Katar Dair, so it's like crazy good for Blasters. Just need to catch on if they are using GC Dlight. But almost every Gauntlets move has a simple punish for Blasters. Could be Blasters' best matchup. Don't go off stage ever though, like ever, because you will die 100% of the time. Gauntlet players and higher elos will not mess up. And if they do, they're trash. Alright, next up, Hammer. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. I haven't fought like a real Hammer player in years. Next is GreatSword. Kind of the same as Hammer. None of them are real players. I just punish the double mash as in they throw out 2 light attacks and then spot dodge. And then I punish their landing, because most of them will like land with an attack or not land with an attack at all, and they're just easy to punish. Next up is Orb. Blasters can always outrange Orb, on the ground and in the air. Jump Dair is easy to deal with, you know, or players who spam Jump Dair, because Blasters can almost always punish with Jump Dair. They lose on the ground, so they will have to try landing with Dair. And honestly, you can just Inlight to beat it out, because if you're expecting it, it's kind of like when you can see a player, like other Blasters players, make like Dair look super obvious, like they're just gonna throw it out. That's exactly what you do, and that's exactly what you see. You just punish it with Inlight, or try to punish with a Jump Dair. Most difficult, but not that bad, and highest reward if you punish with Jump Dair. Orb and Gauntlets are probably Blasters' easiest matchups. Those two are probably the best. Alright, next we have Spear. Spear can be really difficult if you lose stage control. Dlight is not too good because it will not win most of the times versus Spear. I've learned that in so many ways possible. Like, out of all the matchups, I hate Spear the most. Spear, you can, and I think should actually play more stacked with. Like, I think you should play more stacked with Spear. You know, that sounds weird because Spear Nair, but a few sidelights are good from blasters. And if you, like, try to shark with Spear, it won't really work because they have, like, perfect options to counter passive blasters. You need to be more aggressive in this matchup. Next, we have Boots. So, Boots players can outrange... Oops, my bad, I said that wrong. Forgive me. Boots blasters can outrange. And almost all of Boots' attacks are horizontal. So, Inlight and Sidelight are really good. Jump Dair on blasters is not good in this matchup, because being in the air in this matchup is really bad. Boots Sair will get inside your dead zone, and Boots Nair is ready to punish any move in the air. Just stay on the ground, basically. You want to play grounded against Boots. Backdashing can be very good if you know they're going to sidelight. Just backdash Inlight, sidelight, all of that. You can even sig them if you want, you know? Get a little dirty with it. Okay, Scythe. Alright? This is going to be the last one I cover. I did miss Sword, but literally all you need to do with Sword is expect a Sair and Sidelight. Just backdash. Backdash Sidelight, backdash Sair. That's pretty much all you're going to do beat Sword. Okay, but Scythe. Do not dodge in. Alright? And it is really bad to be in the air because Scythe Inlight will beat a Jump Dair. And being in the air is always going to be better for Scythe in this matchup. Using grounded range will always be your best option, since they don't have that much range on the ground. So you can just hit them with Sidelight. Scythe Dlight is not a real move unless it's used over the corner. I'm going to be real with you. So, like, on the edge, whenever they're edge guarding you and they spam Dair, Dlight. Sit there. My bad. Yeah. Kind of similar to Axe, you just have to watch out for Dair, since it hits at the perfect angle. So, blasters cannot cover horizontally in the air. So you have to really be careful. But if you see them go into the air, just don't jump. They will beat you in the air. Just wait to punish their landing. They won't go high enough for Nair usually, so that doesn't work as good as Axe. You just need to avoid the Dair. Alright, that's about everything. That's all for matchups. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed and used this information well. Alright everyone, that's it for the video. Special thanks to Eren for the thumbnail. And I hope you all enjoyed and learned something today. Leave a comment down below of the next guide you'd like to see. And peace.